It's really a great pleasure for me to welcome all of you to this media program on behalf of Bangladesh Open University's School of Education. Today's program is specially designed for the B.Ed teacher candidates of the B.Ed course. Dear trainees, my name is Dr. Mohammad Arifuzzaman. I am an Associate Professor of English at School of Education, Bangladesh Open University. Today's program is specially designed for the B.Ed teacher candidates, and today we are going to talk about the issues related to teaching and expanding vocabulary. And after this program, you will be able to explain aspects of teaching vocabulary, importance of learning vocabulary, and finally different ways of presenting vocabulary. And to discuss the issues, we do have with us today Mr. A.N.M. Tofail Hossain, an Associate Professor of English at School of Education, Bangladesh Open University. Hello sir, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Today's program on teaching vocabulary, different issues related to it. And can you remember your own school life memory, your own experience? How did you learn vocabulary in your school life?
Yes, it is very much crystal clear till today, in my memory, and you also, because you are my contemporary. So teaching vocabulary or learning vocabulary, I think almost everyone learned this in issue. So our teachers in those days, particularly secondary teachers, they instruct us to get memorize 5 words in a day, and if it is a 30 months, then
so you were lucky then.
Exactly. So but this is not this is not the right way, because getting memorized, I mean the mimicry memorization is meaningless learning. So it is also not scientific actually.
Very right. Good thing you have said, because if we think of our own mother tongue,
exactly.
So automatically we get vocabulary surrounding us. People exactly. are talking in different times, different issues, in different context.
This is not the issue to be memorized, right?
Exactly. So that is called language acquisition, exactly. not language learning.
Exactly.
Language, automatically it will come.
Exactly.
So dear English teachers, if you are very good at English grammar and if you do not have enough vocabulary, so still you are in danger. Because if you have if you have got any situation there where you do not have enough vocabulary, but you know English grammar, still you will not be able to survive there. Let me share my own experience. Once it happened to me, I was working in a food court in England, and there some couples, some family members, they have arrived in the food court and asking, can you please, the word something like this, give me one double cheeseburger, one hen, but not chicken, hen burger with Coca-Cola.
Hen burger,
not burger.
Exactly.
That is hen, not chicken. So still,
it is in your mind actually.
We got the point of what she or he they were asking for.
Yeah, exactly.
So that is language. If you can transfer your message, if you have got vocabulary, so you can survive.
You are now you're talking about the decoding, message decoding.
Exactly.
In this particular case, they mention hens instead of chickens. Right. Yes.
So that is collocation. Okay, sir. Okay. Will you please say something on the significance or the importance of learning vocabulary then?
Thank you very much. This is, dear viewers, this is one of the most important question regarding teaching and learning vocabulary, because vocabulary learning means in our country context exactly learning English. So vocabulary is directly related to word. What is the smallest meaningful unit of a language? So it is very important to know, to enrich your vocabulary with different English words which is comparable with our mother tongue Bangla. So there are lots of ways to learn vocabulary, and without learning vocabulary properly, you will not be able to communicate properly, you will not be able to write a text properly. Ultimately, you will be unable to communicate properly in a different context.
So it is more important than grammar, as
Exactly,
we explained.
exactly.
So can you please, what aspects of vocabulary should we teach as we are English teachers? So when we are in the English classroom, so what aspects of vocabulary should we teach?
Thank you very much.
Please.
There are lots of aspects of teaching vocabulary, lots of aspects. So we'll discuss a couple of aspects today because of time constraint. So they are the pronunciation, meaning, connotation, spelling, grammar, collocation. So I would like to discuss very briefly with the aspect that I have mentioned. So pronunciation is very important. If you wrongly pronounce the particular word, you will not be able to disseminate your thoughts.
Wrong
your
message can be transferred.
Exactly. So it is very important to utter or pronounce the word accurately.
Okay.
And then meaning. Meaning is very important because without meaning, understanding the meaning, the receiver will not be able to respond appropriately. And then connotation, which is very important. Connotation is nothing but the another meaning, contextual meaning, connotation, right? And another issue is that is denotation.
Denotation and connotation.
Exactly. Denotation is the direct meaning, but the connotation is contextual meaning.
Yeah, conventionally.
There is a exactly. There is a little difference between connotation and denotation. The next issue is very important, spelling, because we know different types of pairs of word, right? So if you use, for example, a word A instead of E, though you will be wrongly spelled and the meaning will be abruptly changed, and ultimately your communication will be failure. You will be unable to respond the correct answer. And next one is grammar. Grammar is very important because there are tense aspects also. So grammar plays a very important role in forming different words into different form. So we should address grammatical issues very carefully while teaching grammar in the classroom. And finally, collocation that you have discussed. Collocation means, for example, different word may vary in the context, right? For example, we can provide strong tea, weak tea, strong wind, right? And set a price, even conduct negotiation, take rest. So this connotation actually means that contextual usage and contextual meaning of a word or even a phrase. So this is very briefly the different aspects of the vocabulary teaching.
Thank you, sir. Today's last learning outcome is different ways of presenting meaning. There are some techniques, there are some steps. So how can, I mean, with the English teachers, what are the ways, what are the techniques to present the meaning inside the English classroom? Can you please elaborate?
Thank you very much. Dear viewers, we are at the last outcome of today's lesson. So now I would like to discuss different ways to teach vocabulary in the classroom context. So the first issue is realia. Realia is nothing but teaching vocabulary with the help of real object. If it is possible for you to bring the real object in the classroom, so you can use realia while teaching vocabulary on a particular word. Then second issue is illustration. Illustration is nothing but if you are unable to bring out the real object in the classroom, then you will at least bring the picture of that particular word. And then next, definition. So you are unable to bring realia, pictures on that particular word to teach vocabulary, then you will have the definition, you will define what it is, I mean the definition of this particular word. And then contextualization. You are unable to bring realia, illustration, and even you are unable to contextualize on that particular word. So you will contextualize, that is in a particular context you will try to define this particular vocabulary. The next issue is very common to all of you, that is synonym and antonym. You will try to provide the one or two synonym of this particular word and at the same time one or two antonym of that particular word. So the next one is demonstration actually. So demonstration is nothing but for the teacher side, teacher will try to act miming or role play on that particular word that he or she is going to teach. Next one is example. You will try to provide particular example of a word that you are going to teach, for example, cricket or football. So, in the basis of the context. And the next one is translation. This is the next and the last reliable ways to teach vocabulary in the context of vocabulary teaching. Translation, that means that you will translate this particular word into Bangla, that is called translation, to understand the best meaning of the issues. So, these are the issues that I have talked very briefly, the different aspects of teaching vocabulary in the classroom context.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Very well said. As you said, the last option is to use mother tongue,
Exactly.
translation.
Exactly.
So, dear English teachers, so when you are teaching vocabulary, I mean meaning of the words, so your using mother tongue will be the last option. If you fail to use the other techniques, as many as our honorable guest said, so if you fail to use those, then that will be your last option to use your mother tongue. Thank you, sir.
But
Thank you very much.
interestingly, the last issue, that is the translation, is used very first to provide the meaning of the teaching vocabulary in the classroom.
That's the general scenario.
This is the real scenario of our country actually.
But in communicative style,
Exactly.
so because in Bangladesh we are prescribed, this is now a law, because you cannot use other method or approach, only CLT, that is communicative language teaching, and that's the main principle. You cannot use mother tongue too much inside the classroom. That will be your last option. Thank you very much, sir, for your time, as we're running out of time.
Thank you very much, and thanks for the audience, I mean our trainees.
Thank you. Dear trainees, I hope you all have benefited from this program. You all are now able to explain the importance of learning vocabulary, aspects of teaching vocabulary, and different ways of presenting vocabulary. Still, if you have any query, you can talk to your tutor. You can visit our dynamic website, that is www.bou.ac.bd. You can contact Dean, School of Education, Bangladesh Open University, Ghazipur 1705. That's all we have for today. Thank you very much for joining the program. We'll be back very soon with some more programs on English language skills. Until then, keep practicing and take care. Goodbye.